Hey, good morning, people.
Good morning.
How you doing, brother?
Oh,
You well?
yeah, man. Yeah, just trying to wake up. Takes me about 2 or 3 hours to wake up every morning,
I hear it. I hear it.
no
Good
matter
morning,
what
Lily.
time
How
I
you
get up.
doing? Hmm.
Hi guys. Yeah, just waiting for a few minutes for him to join. And I'm
Awesome.
gonna start today. How are you overall?
Hello,
Good.
Alina. I'm
Highly
well.
caffeinated.
That's what we love.
Just beginning that process.
Oh yeah, you got to do it. You got to get the caffeine in while it's hot.
I
Yeah, for sure. What time is it for you, Bill?
Oh, it's 8, 9, 9.
Nice. Yeah, do you know what? It's crazy. It's stopped raining finally. It's been raining for like a week, and then yesterday and today, sun is shining. So today's going to be a very good day. It has to be.
Are you still in Brazil?
I am, yeah, for another two
Okay.
weeks. My mum's coming to see me. I haven't seen her in a year, so that'll be really cool.
Oh, wow.
On Friday. Very excited.
Amazing. So I think we're all connected. Well, welcome
Yeah.
to our amazing call. And then Shab, I think maybe I pronounced your name wrong, so can you help me a little bit?
Yeah, it's Shahab. It's correct.
Shahab. Great. Amazing. So Shahab, welcome to our meeting. Thanks so much for your time today. For those maybe 15, 30 minutes. So goal for today is just to kind of ask you a few questions, get the strategy that you use to succeed, and then maybe share any insights that you have. So could you please introduce yourself and tell everyone who'll be watching this interview, what do you do and how you help people?
Yeah, so what I do personally is I'm a marketing expert. I've got around 20 years of experience doing marketing for various companies. But with regards to my account specifically, I set it up to provide growth tips, whether as a brand or as a business, people want to grow, I help them grow. My Instagram account specifically is set up to provide tips and advice on steps that people need to take. And do you want me to go into further detail or?
Yeah, my next question was if you could explain like point A, so when you joined, I think you created your account and then you started growing it from scratch when you joined.
Yes, yeah, so I created my account and immediately signed up with you guys. And the point for that was to just try to fast track my growth and leverage off of your team's expertise to just make sure that I was going about it in the right way. Because even though I've been doing marketing for so long and I've been in the digital space, I think Instagram in particular is an area that there's so much to learn day by day. And unless you're in it and doing it as a business or you know, as your way of living, then you really don't know everything. And you guys obviously helped so many people, so you knew the best practices that I needed to follow. So that's really why I signed up with you guys, and it was a good decision, to be honest.
Amazing. Could you please elaborate a little bit on why this is a good decision? So what's your point B right now, where you're at in terms of followers and then also leads, and if you were able to make the sales?
I think because the main thing for me was there was a lot of uncertainty and kind of a lack of confidence when you first get started. Like, can I do it? Am I doing the right things? Am I taking the right steps? A lot of that was there, which with my coach, she kind of helped guide me. And a lot of the times it was, you know, yes, you're taking the right decision. Oh, maybe I'll suggest something else. It was really a lot of maybe psychological help as well, if I'm honest, just to kind of like be that sounding board and just be there for you to guide you through the steps. The lessons were good as well, online on the school platform, but also to tell you like, yeah, like just focus on reels, don't waste your time with anything else. For example, in the beginning, that's going to give you the most reach. Things which you read about and you hear in terms of, you know, reels reaching more non-followers than followers, etc. About sales, I have not made any sales yet, but that was intentional because I wasn't trying to sell. I was just trying to grow. I wanted to grow as much as possible before even trying to sell. Like, I wanted to reach 10K followers before I even set up a product. I mean, we've been working on the digital products, and I've got my coaching plan ready, which is what I sell. I sell digital guides and one-to-one coaching. But the plan was always not to sell as soon as possible. I didn't in my very first call with Mitch, it was a different story. But then when reality hit, I was like, okay, I'm not going to sell like $10,000 worth in the first month, obviously. And then my mindset switched. I just wanted to grow, gain credibility, gain influence. And then once I reach a critical mass of around 10,000, that's when I thought I'd introduce my first product. So there was no real rush to sell per se.
Amazing, got it. And then how many followers do you get right now? Do you have right now?
I've got 6,600. Yeah, that's where I'm at now. I had one, yeah, and I can tell you a little bit about a strategy that I did, in fact. So in the beginning, I boosted a few posts. I integrated with ManyChat first, and the ones that performed the best, I boosted them. And then I realized that ManyChat and boosting doesn't work so smoothly. So then I created a few videos which weren't linked with ManyChat, which I boosted. I spent not a huge amount of money, but like $20, $30 a day for 1 week at a time. I would boost different ads. And that was really just to get to like my first 3,000, 4,000 followers. And it really helped. And then I stopped the boosting, and I had a couple of videos which were integrated with ManyChat where I was giving away freebies. And one of them went viral and got like 135,000 views and 12,000 comments or something, which did great. So that really pushed me where I am now with the 6,600 followers. And then I've been doing really good. We've been posting nonstop, 2 reels a day, every day, since the very beginning. So that was, I think the stability was good, and kind of like training the algorithm on what you really do. That's been working.
Cool, love that. So overall, in like around 3 months, you went from 0 to 600.6, like 6,600 followers, and then also got 6K leads on one of the reels.
Yeah,
which is insane result. And then right now it's just doubling down on growth and then monetizing all those 6K leads. I'm really excited to see the launch.
Thank you. Actually, right now I'm facing a problem with my account, because just suddenly on Saturday, I think it glitched, and everyone can see my account from other accounts. It's there, it's available, but I can log in, but I can't see anything or access anything or even contact support. It just says unable to retry later. This has been going on for 5 days now, so I'm freaking out a little bit about that. If anyone has any tips, let me know.
Yeah, I can actually reach out in DMs, and then we'll figure it out.
Okay.
So, worries about that. We've already encountered a few. Basically, it happens when you grow too quickly. We had a few clients who just went viral, so like from 6K to 100K followers, and then Instagram is not prepared for this growth, and then we can handle it. So
okay, I'm just panicking. I'm like, shit, like I was just talking to Courtney, like we're ready to sell soon, and I'll set up my stand store and everything, and then all of a sudden this happens, and you feel like your life is ruined, because this account didn't exist 3 months ago, but all of a sudden it becomes who you are in a way. Like I am the ace of brands, I have to be there. But yeah, if we could reach out in the DMs on Telegram or something, that would be really helpful. I'd really appreciate it.
Oh, for sure, yeah. And then that's okay. Like right now, the strategy how to grow real quickly. So 3 months ago had 0. Right now it's 6K, and we can multiply it by X10 on any platform. So that's an easy for us. Cool. And then the next part is just kind of insight. So what was maybe the most useful or the lesson you learned? What are those top 3 things that helped you to achieve those results? Maybe it's like lessons or kind of support or something.
So to be honest with you, I only went through the first couple of modules on School, which was optimizing your bio, a little bit on the reels. It took me a bit of time to get warmed up to doing stories, because that's just not my personality to like share a lot of things on a day-to-day basis. And I know stories is where you sell, and since I wasn't on the selling path yet, I found it a bit difficult. But then recently, just before I lost my account, I spoke to my coach, Courtney, and I was like, should I just post like early morning motivation, going to the gym, start the day off right, my schedule for today, this type of thing. And she was like, yeah. It like humanizes you and links you with people and all of this. So that was starting to go well as well. So that's in terms of what was most useful. The modules were kind of useful in the beginning, and then it was just like, right, I got the hang of it. I know what I need to do. And then it was just the weekly calls. So I signed up for your premium package, I think it's called. So I had a weekly call with my coach, which was super helpful. We always look forward to that. I never missed a call. But mainly consistency, like never miss a reel, like always at the same time, every single day. I think that was important. Integrating always the same words to like SEO, your captions, every single time, every single caption had things like business, brand, growth, tips, advice. Those things were always like woven in, and just getting the hooks right was important as well. I mean, I personally don't think my growth is amazing, so I'm glad you guys think so. But you know, like, because I see accounts that just like really blow up to like hundreds of thousands, but I'm happy with it. And I think you know, for the type of content I'm doing, I don't fool around. I don't like sing and dance in front of the camera. It's like quite serious, but our edits are fun. We've learned how to make really cool edits, fast and easy. We another lesson learned is to batch produce. So I'm always in the same black t-shirt, so it doesn't look like people can't tell when I filmed. And then we filmed like 10, 14 videos in one day, and then the team has it and they go away and edit it. And so yeah, that's another point. I have a team that works with me because I run my own marketing agency, so I use my team for the edits and stuff.
Oh, amazing. Got it. And yeah, so at the beginning, the hardest part is to grow from 0 to 1,000, and then from 1,000 to 10K. So you're actually crushed the first part from 0 to 1,000, and then you're going to the 10K. And then we have multiple clients, yes, who went from like 5K to 100K easily in 2-3 months.
Yeah.
But because they already had this momentum going on beforehand. So in
Yeah.
your case, it was amazing growth. Amazing, cool. And then just the last part on my end. So what would be your advice to like 2 different people? So the first one is someone who is kind of looking to join. They are maybe comparing different people, like different companies, or they're scared. So what would be your advice to someone who hasn't joined the coaching yet?
My advice is invest in yourself. Do it, because no matter how much you think you know, you don't know. And it's always nice to have someone to kind of hold your hand and give you the self-confidence, because, you know, like you think, for me personally, you think like I've been doing marketing and digital marketing and stuff for clients for 20 years, and I know everything, but you really don't, especially when you're putting yourself in front of the camera on a daily basis. It's a completely different level of confidence that's required, I think. So my advice is go for it. It's an investment in yourself. And I think you always, one lesson I've learned is to do this type of thing more regularly. So even now that this course is over, I was saying to my coach, you know, I'll probably have a go at it for another 3 months and then revisit doing another kind of coaching thing with you guys, where we can see how to grow again, because you never stop growing, right? Whether you're just a beginner starting from 0 or you're at 100K, if you're not growing, you're in essence dying. If you're just standing still, you need to like always be growing.
Exactly. Cool. And then the second profile is a person who already joined. So they just literally brand new, bought it yesterday. What would be your advice for them? So what they need to start or pay attention to?
Dedicate time to it as much as possible and take it seriously, because I mean, everyone starts for a reason, and I assume eventually everyone wants this as an income form ultimately, right? I mean, even influencers influence usually because they want to make some kind of money out of it. So you'll get as much as you give. You know, just commit yourself to making that good content and make sure you provide value, because unless you're an entertainer and just entertaining, or people are watching you for fun, then you have to give good value and don't bullshit people.
Lovely. Straight to the point. Thank you so much for that. So yeah, Charlie or William, do you have any kind of additional questions?
I just had one question. You kind of touched on it, but I've had quite a few marketers come on on a call with me, and they'd be like, "Oh, I know everything," but yet they can't figure out IG. And I was just wondering, what would you say to them? Because you've been doing this 20 years, yet you were humble enough to actually admit that you needed help when it comes to Instagram. Like, what would you say to them? As to why you joined the program and about the program.
Yeah, so look, I've held personally like senior level marketing positions in various companies, regional companies, international companies as a director level. But doing it for a company or even a client isn't necessarily the same as doing it for yourself, where you have like full freedom and full flexibility. Like even today, I have a client now who my remit for them is to help them grow on social media platforms, various platforms. But you're so limited with what you can do in terms of content for them because of their own comfort zones, or whether it's brand guidelines or whatever it is, that you can't really fully exploit or explore the potential or possibilities of Instagram, right? When you're doing it for yourself, you can go all out. There are no boundaries. And, like someone like me, 20 years I've been at it, but there's so much that you don't really know about something like Instagram. It's like changing every day. You need people who are in it and do it. It's their bread and butter to know exactly what's changed, exactly what works and what doesn't work. So someone whose job it is to coach hundreds of different people specifically on Instagram and how to grow will have so many different learnings and best practices that someone who's just a marketeer for companies or deals with one or two clients on how to grow their marketing activities or how to grow on social media than what they know. I think that's where the difference is. Like, you need to work with experts who are in it. Like, for example, one of you guys might have worked with 100 different versions of me from different industries who have done different things. Some of them have worked, some of them haven't worked. And you would know then to take those best practices and feed that information back to each client. Whereas me, for example, with all of my clients, the remits are all different. Only maybe one or two of them specifically want to grow on social media. You know what I mean? But you guys will have all of your clients are purely focused on social media growth. So that's where the difference is. I mean, even a chef in a kitchen, the master chef isn't the expert at soup or the expert at specifically cooking the steaks or seasoning or whatever, or the salad chef. They're all different, but the master chef just has an overview. So I think it's good to always look at expert specialists in certain fields. And I think also that's a rule in life, right? Always hire people who are better at you than their specific jobs.
I love it. Thanks for that. And also, I like the way you took your ego out of it. You're like, hey, even though I've been at the director level, I still don't know what I don't know. And I'm willing to get help from the people that do know. That's really awesome. Thanks for sharing.
No worries.
Yeah, I agree. I want to piggyback off that as well. In the initial call you had with Mitch, what concerns or objections did you have, if any? And if you did have some, what got you across the line?
Okay. Always with these types of things, there's always like a sense of insecurity when you're talking to someone that you've just. So Mike got me in the DMs, right? He slid to my DMs immediately after I commented on one of the pictures. And I felt like I was talking to him, actually, like the DMs were that good. Later, I realized they were automated. Then he was like, yeah, sure, our VP marketing, our VP sales will get in touch with you, yada, yada, yada. And then the call was set up with Mitch. It was a bit daunting because Mitch was like, sign up now on this call and you'll get this price, as opposed to if you come back to us later. And you're like, damn, is this a scam? Like, are they trying to just get my money? Like, how secure is it? That's the main reservation that I had. Like, how legit is this when you're trying to give that amount of money? It's like, it wasn't small, right? It was like almost 10K or something to someone online. but you bite the bullet and you just go with it and hope for the best. I mean, the main reservations was that. I mean, in terms of capabilities to of whether you guys would be able to deliver, to me, honestly, was secondary. It was mainly like giving up that sense of insecurity, really, to just like go ahead, take the jump, just pay for it, see what happens. The worst thing that can happen is you get a $10,000 lesson and never do it again. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's a really good answer. So the thing that got you across the line wasn't as much Mitch, it was more yourself, just betting on yourself and riding on yourself to make it work regardless.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, Mitch is a damn good salesman. I mean,
Yeah, he's
he was like, yeah, man, you're awesome. You've got what it takes. In fact, you're way like ahead of the queue. You're there, and I'm sure like within a month, if everything goes right, it's possible to get 10,000 followers, and this thing can pay off for itself within like 3 months, even no issues. Absolutely, it can happen. Yada yada yada. But then in reality, very different. But that was fine. That was like part of the learning curve and like adjusting expectations as you went on, and then, you know, like coming up to the end of the 3rd month, I myself said, look, I don't really care about making money right now. I just want to keep growing. And then once I grow enough, the money will be easy. That will come, you know, like if you have 10,000 followers, even like 10% of those people buy from you, or 5%, that's already making enough money per month. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
so the mindset shifted as well.
amazing. Yeah, really good to see.
Thanks.
And you started Shahab, that's it, right, Shahab?
Yeah.
Yeah, you started with 0, right? You started from the very beginning with us, like no followers whatsoever. Is that correct?
I had like 10, which was like my mom and dad and my brothers and wife. That was about it.
Yeah, so you
Nice.
actually started the hardest point, like 0, like Lena said, 0 to 1, and then up to 10. That's like the biggest milestone. So I
Yeah.
mean, that's awesome. I think you've done really great. And even though it's, you know, your expectations might have been a little bit higher, I still think you're doing great.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, I back that too.
Thank you. It's good to hear. Like that's like with my coach Courtney. She's always like, "You're doing amazing," and I'm like, "No, I'm not." She's like, "No, you are. You really are." So that actually, that's a huge thing that you need. You know, always that positivity. That's why I was saying, like, a lot of it is like psychological support in a way. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like the positivity and the confidence that the coach gives you. That's what I found honestly very useful.
Amazing.
Looking forward to seeing when you hit that 10K and what happens then as you just start blowing up from there. That's awesome.
Yeah, man. If I can get my account back.
You will, 100%. We got you covered on that.
It's there, the account is there, but I just can't seem to log in, and I can't figure out what the glitch is, and I can't contact support through the account, which is a verified account. I went ahead and did the verification. So through other accounts and the support emails and stuff, it's not the same. They're always like, go to your verified creator account, but the creator account doesn't work. So this is the frustration, you know?
Yeah.
Exactly. But yeah, we can fix it. So we'll get it back on track. Thank you so much for your time today. And thank you so much for sharing your experience. So we're going to upload this interview for everyone on the platform. You're going to get a few more followers and a few more leads coming in. And yeah, hit me up when you hit those 100K in revenue. I'll be waiting.
Hopefully, yes, we can do it. Thanks, guys. Nice meeting you.
Great to meet you.
Pleasure
Have a
meeting you
good
as well.
day.
Take care.
Yes,
See you.
thanks for your
Bye.
time.
Anytime. Take care.